What is up, everybody? It's your boy Doody back again with another video. And breaking news, folks, that's right, DSP has wage quit. Well, and rage quit, kind of a in-betweener there. Super Mario Sunshine, that's right. And I thought it was going to be sooner. I thought he was going to probably wage quit the game on the second playthrough, but he hung in there for like, what, 4 playthroughs? And then just wage quit it because last night no one supported, especially the kick streams or the chatter, no one supported. So it gave Phil the excuse to wage quit it, and then of course he went on this nice lengthy rant on how it's not his fault he wage quit it, it's everyone else's fault for not supporting. I'm going to link that video to this one if you want to watch it. It's great. It's him seething for like 15 minutes last night. And then, of course, he has to extend the seethe into the daily wrap, which is what we're going to watch here. Now, again, I'm going to try to do my best to keep it under 15 minutes. I've actually moved up to about the 3-minute mark where he starts this insanity. The first subject we're going to tackle here is him, again, admitting that he's buying card packs for his private self, so his own stash that he opens off stream. So again, this just confirms that the addiction is just it's grab DSP full force. He's opening up not only God packs during streams, but he's doing it off streams, probably on bathroom breaks. It's insane. So I know that I've speculated that he spent roughly about $10,000 on card packs. I'm gonna have to bump that up to at least $15,000 to $20,000, especially if he's been buying card packs for his own private stash or his own use. And you know he's been doing that for quite a while. It's not like he just started doing this. This is like the third admission that he's actually opened up card packs off stream. And then, you know, he's so worried about this becoming the next WWE champions and him lying about it, is he feels the need now to tell people that he's opening up card packs off stream. But of course, you know, he omits a lot of the details, like how many card packs, how often is he doing this, how much time is he spending on this, how much money is he spending on this. Of course, those details he won't provide. And, you know, for that, just don't talk about it. But of course, Phil has to share in the wall of autism or tism for everyone to see that he got these card packs. And in Phil's eyes, he's not wasting money. So let's hear him talk about it. We bumped it up to about the 3-minute mark. We'll do our best to keep it under 15 minutes, but no promises. So let's get into it.
Basically, the feedback I got from people was, don't do that again, because we're not enjoying it because they're Japanese cards, okay? So the newest Japanese set just released about a month ago. It wasn't available in the United States until this week. I got a box for myself. I opened it off stream because you guys told me you weren't interested. I got a monstrous hit, so big.
Okay, here it is, folks. Confirmation that instead of, you know, maybe canceling the order or sending it back, he decided to keep it. How many other card boxes has he kept to himself and opened up? Again, let's not fool ourselves. You know that if he's buying 3, because he's roughly buying about 3 boxes a week that we know of, he's buying a minimum of at least 5 or 6. You know, 2 or 3 are for him personally, and then the other ones are for the unpacking. Look at him. Look at his eyes. Whenever you see someone like this that has to dart over and look on the side, and you have to remember, I inverted this image, right? So he's really looking to his left side, right? Psychologists tell you that when someone looks to the left side, you know, when they're telling a story or trying to come up with the facts or come out with the information, when they look to their left, that typically means that they're trying to use the left side of the brain, which indicates that they're trying to come up with a crafty lie. And that's what he's doing here. So he's trying to come up with the crafty lie. And of course, he's going to go on to talk about how he opened up miraculously a God pack and he got another hit. Again, this is all, you know, he gets butthurt when people say this is all fake. He's purchasing these, you know, this isn't like, you know, organic. This is him actually buying these cards or actually buying fake cards. This is the reason. So let's hear him talk about how he is the luckiest man in the world.
It's the best card I own. So during this episode of DSP Pack Rips, the first one from today, I showed the card, I revealed it, I explained the story, I even showed the value. People's jaws dropped.
Yeah, again, Phil, people's jaw dropped because they just saw that, one, you admitted that you're opening card packs, that you're actually buying boxes for yourself off stream for your personal time, and 2, you're going to try to keep going with this narrative that you pulled another God pack. What it does is people were like shocked or whatever, as DSP likes to say, because in their head they were saying to themselves, oh, I guess the detractors were right. He is addicted, one, and two, he is lying about the God Pack.
So within a week and a half.
And the other thing I want to say here is he feels the need to try to combat the narrative that he's, one, wasting his money spending $10, $15, $20,000 on these card packs and getting nothing for them. So, you know, of course he has to show people that, no, look, I'm getting my money's worth. You know, I posted a video yesterday with the thumbnail that was funny at the caption that said, I spent $20,000, but won $2,000. That's winning. You know what I mean? It's just the mindset of DSP here. And again, every gambler thinks like this. Every addict that has a gambling problem, they constantly think, oh, don't worry, I'm in the hole for 10 G's, but you know, it's my turn. My turn is coming, and when I win, I'm gonna win big, and it's gonna negate all the money that I spent. That's what he's doing here, folks. That's literally what he's trying to do here. Is he's trying to buy his way into a success, and you can't, Phil. I'm sorry. What do they always say? The casino always wins. There's a reason why they say the casino always wins, because even though you might win a jackpot here and there, or a little bit of money or whatever, overall in the long run, when you do the totality of everything you spent, you're always going to spend more than you actually win. But again, you know, DSP, he's stuck. There's no stopping this train. He's going to keep going, and this might be the catalyst of bankruptcy 2.0. So we'll see, folks. I mean, they call him the pig roach for a reason. You know, he seems to survive all of these nuclear holocausts. Let's see if he survives this one, man. But I think this one, the talons of this addiction, has a grip on him that I have not seen. And you know what the thing is that the WWE champion thing, right? People say, well, no, the W was worse. No, I think this one is a little bit worse, because even with the WWE champions, I think he was ashamed. Like, he was actually ashamed that he was spending that money. Like, in his eyes, I don't think he thought it was okay. He knew what he was doing. He knew that he was begging for money, wasting the money that he claimed were for taxes and bills and all that, to spend it on, weekly events on WWE champions. He actually, I think, felt shame. That's why he lied about it, right? That, and of course he wanted to keep doing it and didn't want people to stop giving him money. But here he's not ashamed. Here he thinks, no, this is different because I'm winning. I have tangible items in my hand. It's not just worthless NFTs that I'm throwing money at. So it's worth it. It's a collectible. It's worth it. It's not the same thing. I think really that's what he thinks. That's why he's not afraid to admit that he's opening up card packs off stream and stuff like that. Now, he won't admit how much he's spent so far, but of course that's easy to total up because he can't help himself. He has to tell you. I mean, again, just based on the shit that he's told us he bought, he's over 10 G's. Over 10 G's easily. And if you figure what he's willing to reveal is worth about 10 G's, he must be at least, you got to total that up to at least 15 or 20K that he's in the hole for this fucking card pack. And again, he's been doing this for 4 months. I think someone has said that the most he ever spent on WWE champions in 1 year was $44,000 in 1 year, right? No, it's not 1 year. In an 18-month period, he spent $44,000. That was according to the bank leaks. He's been doing this for 4 months. So if you stretch, let's say $20,000 in 4 months, he's looking at $60,000 if he keeps at the same pace. He's going to be wasting $60,000 in a year on these card packs. Now, I don't think it's going to get that bad because I think it's going to dry up and people are not going to care. But I don't know, man. There's some really weird people out there that actually want Phil to continue. Like they'll give Phil money just to see him spiral. Like they like seeing him beg for money. They like seeing him getting addicted, and they're willing to fund him and give him the whale out for him so that he can open up card packs. But eventually that wears out. Like those dense, those weird ass people will leave, and Phil will be sitting there holding the bag.
I got an amazing box of Dragon Ball cards where we got so much value. I more than doubled the value of what I paid for the box with all the hits and everything that was in it. Then we ended up pulling a God pack in Mega Dream.
Yeah, Phil, I understand that you may have pulled one card that paid for the box, right? But the problem is that one card doesn't pay for the 10 boxes that you purchased in the last week or two. You know what I'm saying? So if you total the 10 boxes that you purchased and you got one hit or even two hits, you're still in the fucking hole significantly. Like you gotta be hitting those God packs every box just to be able to say, well, I'm winning at this. It's worth it because I'm making my money. You're not making your money back. I know you point to the wall of Tism behind you and say, well, this is worth $2,000. First of all, it's not worth anything. It's not worth anything. It's only worth what someone is willing to pay you for this. The other thing is these are not graded cards, so you'll be lucky if you get 40 cents of the dollar at any card store for these cards. And they always fluctuate. They go up and down. So that, that $600 card that you pulled, if you sell it, you're probably going to get about $250 to $300. Okay, Phil? So, but I don't know. It feels like I'm talking to the air. You know what I mean? When I talk to DSP, because in his head, he thinks he knows everything, and he knows that this is going to be successful, and he's successful, and he doesn't think long term. Like, he doesn't think, okay, is this going to keep going for the next 4 or 6 months, or am I going to be, in the hole for $60K, with $3,000 of cards in my wall of Tism, and me not be able to sell them because I'm a hermit and I never go outside anyway. You know what I mean? I can't sell them on eBay because people are gonna fuck with the the sale. You know what I mean? I don't know. All right, let me keep going.
EX worth over $700. Then I got a huge hit in One Piece worth over $70. Then, yeah, I know this is insane. Then we ended up getting
No, so it's not insane. It sounds like it's a lie. That's what it sounds like. Again, statistics show that what you're saying never happens, or it's a once in a million, thing. So you serve all people. DSP is defying statistics. Okay, it sounds like you're lying about it. Like you're actually either buying these cards off of Etsy or just buying individual cards and acting like, oh look, I pulled this.
Another box of Dragon Ball, where last night I pulled a $286 card, again worth more than the entire box.
Okay, I'm sick of card packs. Let's move to what happened.
I hate this game.
Let's move to what happened with last night on on Super Mario Brothers. So Super Mario Brothers, DSP did wage quit it. Let's hear him rant about it.
I don't like Super Mario Sunshine. I think it sucks. You could disagree. Maybe it's your favorite Mario because you grew up with it. I didn't. I hate this game. I played it 8-9 years ago, whenever it was. Hated it then. Every step of the way told you how much I disliked it. Thought it was wonky. Controls were bad and just, delayed. The physics are not correct. They feel awful. Everything about the game I dislike. Okay? But I said to everyone, I would do a second run, because it now just released on Switch too, that I would do a second run as long as people showed up, engaged, and supported with the playthrough. Then it would be worth my time. But I'm not going to torture myself playing this game if people don't care. Tonight, we had to move Super Mario Sunshine to a night stream. Why? Because there's just too much going on daytime streams. We got to finish Assassin's Creed. Okay? We have to continue with Dark Souls 2, which people still want. Still supporting it. We got Metal Gear Solid 4 starting on Thursday. We're trying out the Modern Warfare 4 beta on Friday, and if it's good, I might play it again on Sunday. Next week, we've got more new releases coming out, okay, that I'm excited for and interested in that I might try. So we need time on daytime streams for new stuff. We can't be giving it to retro playthroughs that are my second, third run. With Metal Gear Solid 4, this is the only time people have been able to play the game in over a decade. It's actually quite notable. Sunshine, I could have played it the entire time on the Mario All-Stars collection. I only did it as like an ending of summer kind of special event. So what happened tonight? I'll tell you what happened. Here's what happened. Okay? Start playing the game. It's incredibly frustrating. This game is not getting any better. It's just as bad throughout. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not like, oh, there's one part that's bad. No, the whole game is bad in my opinion. And I said to everyone, it's my last night of the week to stream on Kick. I want to have a really good night tonight. I need it because this is the last night where it counts for this week. Starting tomorrow, any income I make on Kick counts for next week. Okay? So, I need support. And notably, let's be honest, the Kick audience is the audience that razzes me and teases me and tries to
First of all, let's not forget, DSP always tells everyone every single day he's successful, okay? Is a successful person stressing about one form of income via the Kick? Really, Phil? I mean, your Kick support has been trash for the last year and a half, right? I mean, you're lucky if you get 50 or 60 bucks a week out of that paycheck, which, I mean, for being a streamer and a shitty gamer like you are, that's great. But really, Phil, you don't sound very successful to me. You sound like a desperate man who is spending way much more money than you're actually bringing in. And that's the reason why you're stressing out about your Kick support.
Basically annoy me when I'm playing a game that I suck at or I hate. Okay? They like to see me be tortured. They enjoy that. So I said, tonight, support the stream. You want to see Mario Sunshine continue? We've got to get support for it. I'm only going to torture myself if we get well support for it, so it's worth the pain. That didn't happen tonight. All right? Not going to be honest. At the end of the stream, we hadn't even hit $100 yet, and we're nearing the very end of the stream. And I'm just hating this game. There's a race. The race controls incredibly poorly. If you run into your opponent, you get knocked out like you hit.
By the way, when I highlight, remember, he got $250 on the first stream. Yeah, I know a lot of them weren't. I think he did get an anonymous tip in, so maybe that wasn't the case. Maybe he didn't get 250. But let's take him at his word. He made 250. So he's stressing about making $100 on the night stream.
The brick wall. It's just dumb shit. The game is terrible, okay? And I'm saying this is it, guys, last chance. And all that's happening in the kick chat is that people are being toxic. People are being insulting. No one.
Yeah, I love how he wants to throw Kick under the bus whenever support isn't there. It's always Kick's fault. Okay, Phil. All right. How about the YouTubers that are throwing you half a penny in jewels over there, Phil? Good God. That's insane. I've never met anyone who's willing to throw half of his audience under the bus because he feels like they don't support properly. That's just insane. It is. And you know what? You know, I know that the Kick chat likes to be there to LARP and everything like that. I get it. I get it, man. But, you know, you guys might want to rethink your strategy because he does get paid. So even though it's a couple pennies here and there a day, you know, that you're giving him or whatever via, you know, the partner program on Kick, he's still getting something. So you know what? Maybe you might want to move over to YouTube where he actually doesn't get anything.
Contributing or supporting. And this is what they don't understand. This is what my trolls don't understand because they're brain dead stupid. Okay? If you want to see me be tortured, you need to support it to make it happen.
No, Phil, no, you okay, idiot, because you like to call people idiots. You're the actual idiot. I prefer you crashing out like this, where you get no support or low support, versus you being upset about a game and get massive support. To me, I find it more funny, and not because I don't, you know, not because I care whether you get money or not, but the crash outs are more insane when you don't get paid. It really is, because it shows it shows your true colors. Like, you know, you act like you care about your community and your viewers, and you know, you guys are friends, right? But the moment that you don't make your milestone, you turn into this fucking horrible person that you feel justified in calling people out, you know, talking about how you didn't support something, you didn't give them enough money, that you're evil, that you should be finger snapped, right, out of existence. That's what you get. You get the true DSP. And that's the reason why I enjoy these type of crash outs more than if, you know, you rage at a game. Who gives a shit if you rage at a game? That shit is fake anyway most of the time. And you think that you get these clickbait views when you rage out because that's your calling card. No one gives a shit. I'd rather see this, Phil. I'd rather see you suffer like this because you didn't get enough money, or you didn't get you didn't hit your milestone. I'd rather see this and laugh at this type of crash out than you raging at a game. Half the time I don't even watch your fucking playthroughs because they're so boring anyway. Anyway, you know what? I'm gonna cut it here because I went past my 15 minutes, but I thought we definitely should touch on the wage quitting, and also touch on the Pokemon card addiction. Definitely hit those two things. So, oh, don't forget, I'm going to be streaming at 9:30 a.m. Eastern. If you got nothing better to do, come check it out. If not, see you in the next video. Peace out.